Hey, what's up? The best time to be a math scholar is all the time. We're going to see how far we get today, Test Friday. So number 11, I do believe they want us to use the quadratic formula. What has to be true for the quadratic formula to kick into action? It has to be equal to 0. So everybody do a -5 with me if you have not done this problem yet. Now, I write my S's really small so they don't look like 5s. My advice to you is write your S's real small so you don't confuse your S with your 5. Okay, scholars, what's A, B, and C?
A is 1.
1, good, it's invisible. B?
-2.
C? Good. Okay, here we go. Let's sing that song very slowly, putting our numbers in.
Wait, is this the new song?
X equals opposite of B plus or minus square root of B squared minus 4AC all divided by 2 times A. Very good. You guys are learning this song. I'm so proud. We did chat yesterday about the fact you can plug all this in at one time, including the square root sign. But just make sure you use the -2 in parentheses as I have written it. So I'm typing it. I want you to type it. Let's see if we get the same answer. It's a decimal. I got a decimal. What did you guys get? We are rounding to the nearest hundredth, so I'm going 4.90. On the bottom, I do the 2 times 1 in my head. And then we get to finish it off. I still have people not clicking enter before they divide. If you don't want to click enter before you divide, you do need to use parentheses around the top. So it's 2 plus 4.90. Enter. Divide by 2. 3.45. You can't see the board. Move. Right here, buddy. 2 minus 4.90. Enter. Divide by 2. -1.45. Is that what you guys got?
Yeah.
Okay, we are going to graph both x squared and 1/2 x squared plus 3 and compare and contrast the graphs. You know, compare their shifts, their width, their vertex, their direction of opening, all that jazz. So why don't I graph the x squared first? That'll be my blue graph. Then I'll do the 1/2 x squared plus 3. And I entered the 1/2 as a 0.5 just for ease. Is everybody entering the graphs with me? Everybody has a calculator in their hand, and they're entering the graphs just to practice using the buttons. Yep. All right, graphy graph. Now that's my first one, x squared. And now my second one didn't show up. Poop. Anybody know why my second one didn't show up? Because my zoom is messed. Look at mine though. My zoom is messed up. What happens if you're taking a test and you notice your zoom is messed up?
We come to you.
You do not come to me. What if I'm not there? You do. I won't be in the room when you take the air test. I won't. You do a zoom 6. Repeat after me. Zoom 6 is my best friend. Zoom 6. Enter takes you back to the normal zoom. Okay? So there's my, oh no, it's freezing. Why am I freezing?
Okay.
Basically, your first one is going to be skinnier than the second one. So the 1/2 makes it go wide. The 1/2 makes it wider. The plus 3 makes it shift up. What else could I mention about it? Maybe they both open up. Okay. Sound my calculator unfreeze? I don't know. I've never had my calculator on the smartboard free, so I'll just reset it. All right, let's go ahead and try the second one. This time it's going to be a -x squared minus 2. You might already know what that's going to do, but let's see. So x squared is the one we're comparing to. It's going to be a -x squared minus 2. So what happens?
One goes down, one goes up.
Yeah, it's the same width. One just got flipped upside down. So opens down.
Oh, how you get it that way?
The negative flips it upside down. And then that -2 shifts it down. Shifted down 2. This was shifted up 3. And I think what else I was going to mention was same width, as the same exact width. Okay. This section's probably going to be your most challenging because you have to make a personal choice. Are you going to solve it with factoring? Are you going to solve it with square roots? Or are you going to solve it with quadratic formula? So the question was, what strategy do you think Mrs. Harp would choose on number 14? Yeah?
The quadratic formula?
Probably not, because I'd have to FOIL this all the way out to get my A, B, and C. Square roots, yep. We are going to use square roots on this one. I think we can do it in about 3 steps. We're going to want to get rid of the 3 halves first. How can I get rid of the 3 halves? Good. Multiply by 2/3. So multiply by the reciprocal, we'll cancel it. So let's figure out what 24 times 2/3 is. You can do it mentally. 24 divided by 3 is 8, and 8 times 2 is 16. I just did that mentally, but you can use the calculator. 24 times 2/3. Okay, I think we're at step 2. What do you guys think step 2 is going to be? Yeah? No, we don't want to FOIL it out. We're avoiding that. Square root it. Yep. We're going to square root it to cancel out the squared. Square rooting and squared cancel each other. They're called inverse operations. And the square root of 16 is plus or minus 4. Now this is the challenging one. We have our plus or minus 4 up here before we do our last step. So we have 2 separate and distinct answers. What is my last step? Yeah, now are your brains turned on? Did you turn your brains on before class? Turn your brain on. Flip the switch. What is positive 4 plus 6? What is negative 4 plus 6? Negative 4 plus 6 is positive 2 because it's 6 minus 4. 10 and 2 are the answers. Isn't that wild? 15 is literally like the same exact thing as the last one was. So go ahead and try it all by yourself. Quiet, alone time. You can talk to your little neighbors if you want, and then we'll check the answer. Hey people in the video, I'll just talk through our 3 steps. We multiply by 5/4. Then we square rooted the 15. They did not specify how to round, so I went with 10th. Go with 10th or 100th if they don't specify. And then I subtracted 3 to finish it. Melanie?
No,
Oh,
I was just
stretching. Okay. What strategy do you guys think we should use on 16?
quadratic formula.
I still am going to avoid quadratic formula because I don't have a C value. A is 2, B is negative 7, but I don't even have a C value. So I think we can avoid it.
I was looking at 17.
Oh, yeah, 17. Actually, 17, I think we might be able to use factoring. But 16, I'm going to use factoring on 16. Do you guys know what method of factoring we could use on number 16?
Wait, is it the added plus thing?
No, it's just common monomial.
Yeah.
There's a common monomial of a y in number 16. And if I pull the y out front, I'm left with 2y minus 7 on the inside. Do you see it? And then we utilize the zero product property. Yes?
If you pull out a y, why is it 2 x's?
Okay, zero product property. Here's how it works. If this times this is 0, then either y is 0 or 2y minus 7 is 0. This is already solved, but this I need to solve. So I would add my 7, and I would divide by 2. Oops, that's a 2. So y equals 3.5. Those are your 2 answers, 0 or 3.5. Moving along to 17, I actually think we can use the old-fashioned factoring technique. I think, but let's see. Can you guys figure out a number that multiplies to negative 24 that adds up to negative 5? If you can come up with the combination of numbers, we can avoid the quadratic formula. I think I can come up with a combo. Can you come up with a combo? Very good. I think if you make it a negative 8 and you make it a positive 3, it will add up to the negative 5 that we need. Okay? Make sense?
Yes.
Now we do our zero product property to finish.
Z minus 8.
So either z minus 8 equals 0 or z plus 3 equals 0. So solve both of those. Add the 8. Get z equals 8. Subtract the 3. Get z equals negative 3. Pause. Okay, finally we have these air style questions. The air test is coming up. In fact, we're going to do chapter 6 next and then shut it down and be reviewing for air. Determine all zeros of the function. So right now, I believe I could probably set this equal to 0 and find a 0. What would we get? Positive 6. So positive 6 is one of them. I think you just click on it, drag and drop into the box. So you just drag that box and you drop it into the answer box. But let's talk about how to find the zeros here. That can be factored a little further. Do you know the numbers that multiply to -4 that add to 2?
-2, -2.
Nope.
Wait,
-2
wait.
times -2 won't be -8.
Oh.
Yep.
Why would we be adding 4?
Oh, I'm sorry. Add up to -8.
Oh.
I was just saying 2 and 2 won't work.
Adding to
Multiplying to -8, adding up to 2. Positive 4, -2. Yep. Positive 4, -2. So these also can give us answers. So x plus 4 would be 0, and x minus 2 would be 0. So the other two answers are -4 and positive 2. Well, there's 3 answers to this one. We've never seen anything with 3 answers. That was wild.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to show you one other way I just thought of to do this problem. Let's try, and I don't know how this is going to work. This is an experiment. Let's try to graph the problem and see if those 3 are the 3 x-intercepts. Because we've been talking this chapter about how solutions are x-intercepts, right? So let's type in exactly what we see. X squared minus 2x minus 8. I like experiments. I learned from them. No, you're never too old to stop learning. You remember that. So let's look for the x-intercepts. Uh-oh. Maybe we messed up. -2, positive 4, and positive 6. Gosh, good thing we did our experiment. We messed up. Do you see where you messed up? We messed up our factoring.
Wow.
We selected positive 4 and -2. Wait a minute. Let's do. Okay, people in the video, we found out my mistake. I typed my equation wrong. Tee. That needed to be a plus. Now we should have the intercepts correct. So we did all our work on the board correct, but I had typed it in wrong. But yeah, the x-intercepts would have found the solutions for you as well. That would have been a quick way to cheat it. All right, let's answer the last question we done. Scrolly scroll. The function is graphed below. Now, what are they asking us to do? Can we scroll more?
A lot.
They're asking us to do a lot.
Yeah, so it's part A.
Okay, I kind of re-scribbled my slide so we could see the graph on the slide the questions were on. Drag the correct word to the box with each given interval to indicate whether the function is increasing or decreasing on the interval. So these are all x intervals. We're really going to focus our eyeballs on our x-axis. So where x is less than 0, that would be down here. This is where x is less than 0. Or this segment of the parabola. Is the parabola increasing or decreasing in that segment? Decreasing. So you drag the decreasing box to here. From 0 to 2 on the x-axis, that'd be from here, from 0 to 2, or the green line segment. Oh, you know we messed up. You want to look from left to right. From left to right, this is increasing. From left to right, this is increasing. So these are both increasing. I'm sorry about that. From 2 to 4, that'd be the blue line segment. What's happening? Decreasing. And from 4 on up, decreasing. Because you're reading it left to right. So it goes increase, 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 decrease, 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 decrease. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, and now part B. Drag the appropriate value. Now we're looking at the y values. F of x is the same thing as y. F of x is the same thing as y. So they're basically saying, where is y going to be less than 0? Where is y going to be greater than 0? Okay. Where is y going to be less than 0? Where is y going to be greater than 0? So on the interval, x is less than 0. That would be the purple segment. Is the y value positive or negative? Positive. So that'd be this one. From the interval of x being from 0 to 2, that'd be the green segment. Y is positive. I messed up. Sorry. Sorry, I hope you're using pencil and you can erase. Where x is less than 0 is purple, so that's when y was negative. There we go. From 0 to 2 is where it's green, y would be positive, so I fixed myself. I am so sorry. From 2 to 4, what's 2 to 4? I need a new color. 2 to 4 is pink. Y would be positive. And then when x is greater than 4, that's right here, black. Now I have my 4 colors. That'd be negative. Now are my answers looking okay?
Yeah.
People that are checking me? Whew.
Guys, did you know that if you
I still think I'm having troubles. All right, we double checked. I was freaking out, and I like to double check things. We are okay on this answer for me to save it and put it on the internet. Hey, thanks for watching part 2 of the video. We do have a password today, and the keyword, and the keyword is rumor, because there's lots of rumors flying around the school. Woo!